I'm here with renowned Western New York coach John Kubiak Sr., son of John Kubiak, the injured ball player for the St. Francis varsity Red Raiders, and I'd like to get his thoughts on the game today.
It was a pretty good effort by the Red Raiders. Glad to see David Belsito stepping up and playing a very strong game. Catcher.
That was actually one of your guys originally, wasn't it? From the Southtown Knights organization. I believe you coached him for a couple years.
Yeah, David was one of my proteges, and I won't take full responsibility, but very good player.
Nice. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you, Eric.
We just finished interviewing John Kubiak, the legendary coach of Western New York baseball, and he mentioned him working with you the past 2 years and really seeing the fruits of his labors here with your performance. What can you say about what he did for you as a player?
Well, he's a great coach. I mean, I think I've probably learned most of my baseball from him, and taught me everything I know.
All right, that's all I needed. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
I'm here with the recently crowned Man of the Year of St. Francis High School and one of the senior leaders of the St. Francis varsity baseball squad, Syta, after a 5-1 win over the Nichols Vikings to start their postseason run. Gavin Krawiec, one-run baseball, shutout in the last 6 innings after a little trouble in the first. What did you see in his performance?
Actually, it was a no-hitter, in case you were wondering. See you, Coobs.
I'd like to amend that. The fly ball to Hitch Edwards in the first inning was ruled an error and not a hit. So Gavin Krawiec, a no-hitter. That no-hitter brought to you by Parker Drado. Get cracking. Continue with your analysis of Gavin Krawiec, please.
That was one of the best games I've seen him pitch. He wanted it bad. He knew he had the no-hitter in about the 5th inning, and he was trying to get back out there every day. He was getting close to the pitch cap limit, but he knew he had to finish it off. And it was a great play by Belsito and great call by Michalski to do the back pick at the end of the game. So kept him under the pitch limit, and he just made it, just squeaked it out.
Exactly. What were some other turning points with the bats? Maybe some of the big hits from Cole O'Connor, Matthew Devine, right, coming up big. What can you say about how they kind of turned the game on its head?
They've been raking all year. They always know they got a thing called RBI season. So every time there's runner on base, they want to drive them in. That's all they want to do. So then also Hitch Edwards got some lucky bounces, got the error in the first inning that scored the 2. He had a couple base hits that were pretty big for us as well. So
Ty, in the first inning, first pitch, I called perfect game for Gavin, and he eventually gets a no-hitter. Did you think I was crazy calling perfect game for Gavin, or were my expectations too high?
No.
I completely agree.
Once again, congratulations on your recent awards and the win to start their postseason. Best of luck.
Excited. We want the next round, so we're looking
for this and next year. All the way, Ty Syta, everyone. Well, John Kubiak, I will forego Zach Lewis's standard question of did you volunteer this interview to get out of field work? Obviously, you don't have to do field work with your knee injury. Can you tell us, what's the update? What's the damage on that knee? Just to hear it from the source.
Well, right now, I mean, I had a big external fixator.
Fixator.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it was kind of
SAT word.
Yeah, it was on my leg, and they had it screwed into my bone. So right now they took it off Tuesday, or Wednesday for the baccalaureate, and then I'm just in this brace right now. But I could take it off and move my leg, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm making a lot of progress already. So.
Well, that sounds like great progress, considering you're just a few weeks removed from that just gruesome injury. We've asked this to about everyone we've talked to. Gavin Krawiec, the performance out there, one-hit baseball, absolutely dominating, Luis Severino-esque, I think we can say. A pair of Yankees fans in the booth here. Just what did you see out there? Just his presence and his performance.
He throws a fastball. It's just
a baseball. We found that out today. He throws a baseball, and that was Zach Lewis's prediction.
The curveball is awesome too. I mean, it's just fun to watch.
So finally, with you out of the lineup and Syta out of the lineup, obviously, how much does it mean to have those big hits from guys like Hitch squeak one under the glove in this first inning, Cole roping one Devo with the big triple. How much of a confidence booster is that? You pair that with Mazzone's banter in there. It's got to be a great feeling in there when you guys are rolling like this.
Yeah, I like seeing everybody stepping up, getting hits. I really want to see these guys take one home this year. That'd be great for the team, great for the program. I'm really excited to watch them play again because I couldn't watch them play a bunch of games. It was kind of first game back in the dugout too. It felt awesome. So.
Thanks, man. Kubiak, thank you for your time. Best of luck to your boys the rest of the way. Here with senior masher and right fielder today, Matthew Devine. First of all, Zach Lewis, lead it off.
So I'm going to ask this question to everyone we interviewed today. Do you guys hope you get picked for the interview to get out of field maintenance?
Yes. It's pretty straightforward, yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, back on my times for JV ball and freshman ball, we didn't have interviews, but we would find ways to get out of field maintenance. So at least you have a valid excuse this time. I'm going to turn it over to Erik here. All right, now in terms of the game, right field, how was it a busy day out there? Was it a quiet day? Did you make any plays on balls that got hit out there?
well, I had 100% fielding percentage because I did not have one ball hit to me all day. So, well, I don't know. I was perfect, though.
Did not make an error out
I
there
was perfect.
on 0 balls hit to him. Not one error out there. At the plate, big triple. Just kind of put some more runs on the board, build that lead for Gavin, let him work pretty comfortably out in the mound towards his no-hitter. How big was that hit?
Well, with Cole hitting in front of me, it was very important that when they walked him that I could drive the guy in second in, and I ended up doing it with the guy on second and Cole. So it was a big thing for the team.
And what can you say about Gavin Krawiec? We already had Syta's thoughts on him, but his no-hitter, a little bit of trouble in the first, but after that, really locked it down and closed this game out. What can you say about his performance?
Kid's a stud. Gav, you're a stud.
Your next guy.
So he had a great day. He's our ace, I'd say. Every day he's in there. We just feel comfortable, and every day he's pitching, we know we can get a win.
All right, Matthew Devine, thank you for your time, and best of luck the rest of the way this year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're here with Gavin Krawiec. He threw a no-hitter and just dominance performance. I predicted a perfect game, like I've said multiple times, and he came up with a no-hitter. So he really proved me right. So, Gav, how'd you do that today?
Well, the first inning was pretty rough. I threw like 30 pitches, I think. Walked like 2 guys, but then I came back in and I was just like, you know what? I just threw the ball pretty much, and that's what happened.
Yeah, you do throw a very good baseball, so I'm going to turn it over to Erik here.
We can kind of piggyback off what you said. Not feeling outmatched by their lineup. Did that really allow you just to attack every batter, get ahead with your fastball, and really work from there?
Yeah, the first 3 innings I pretty much threw fastball till it was like 0-2, 1-2. Then I threw either a changeup or a slider-ish. So.
As you got deeper in the game, we saw Michael Hartman, Corey Cornet's warming up. We heard you were approaching the cap limit for your pitch count. How much did that factor in, or were you just tunnel vision out? You seem focused, but did any of that play on your mind?
The pitch count's like 105, I think, and I stopped at 100. So I was like pretty close. And I told coach in the 5th inning, I think, like, do not take me out, please. So.
Is that the first no-hitter of your career?
No, I threw one freshman year against Canisius. So.
Beautiful. So as you can see, a career stud here, Gavin Krawiec. Well, you're just mopping up here, dominant performance out of the mound, and we'll look for him to keep it out the rest of the postseason.
Thank you. Horns, boy.
We're here with Hitch Edwards, junior center fielder, and Dave Belsito, sophomore catcher. Hitch hits few RBIs. Dave Belsito solid play behind the dish, including ending the game on a snap throw to Andrew Michalski at second. Michalski's here. Come on in, Andrew, because we want to talk about this last play. Maybe get this on straight here. Talk about that last play. What led up to him making that throw back to second? Was there some communication between innings, between batters, between you guys?
Literally right before that throw, we actually came up with a little sign.
You don't have to reveal it. You don't have to reveal it.
No, I'm not.
I'd rather teams watching this, scouting you, even though your interviews.
I noticed the kid getting a big jump on a secondary, so I know David's got a nice arm back there, so we just picked him off.
Oh yeah, StatCast clocked that throw at 98.7 to second, and wonderful tag applied by Andrew Michalski. Was that, Lewis?
StatCast is sponsored by Wonderful Pistachios. Good crack.
Exactly, yes. So Hitch Edwards, first inning, you had that hit to bring in 2 runs. Later on, another hit, just racked up the RBIs and really contributed to that 5-1 scoreline. What allowed you to do that, at the plate?
I just been focusing on staying up the middle, not trying to yank anything, and staying within myself at the plate. So, just keep it simple up there.
I believe that hit was yanked down the first baseline and bringing those 2 runs in the first inning. But nonetheless, good performance out there. Dave Belsito, you were working with Gavin Krawiec, who, after a little bit of trouble in 1 run in the first inning, really locked it down and clamped a no-hitter the rest of the way. The no-hitter all the way, actually, because, that run was chalked up to an error, I believe. So no error runs and no hits on the day. How much of that was, you guys working together, or was it just, him just really taking the reins back there and you just kind of along for the ride?
Well, I'm trying to get comfortable with him. Just got called up, trying to get comfortable with the staff, and once we get comfortable, it's unstoppable.
He talked about, not being intimidated at all by this Nichols lineup and allowing him to, kind of attack batters and get ahead with the fastball. Is that what you guys tried to do?
Yeah, they got a couple of big kids that can hit the ball. We just got to get on top and can't do anything.
All right, Hitch Edwards, being something of a veteran considering, or relative to Dave here, it's playoff time. What was different about the preparation for this game? What's going to be different about the next game? And what's going to be the key to unlocking your guys' potential as a team?
The key's just going to be energy, lots of energy. We can't get down on ourselves if we take a lead. And it was 1-0 for a little while there, but we just got to keep the energy up and come back.
I saw you guys. Who are some of the individuals in the dugout that bring that energy, that keep things light, even if guys aren't going, even if games aren't going as well as you might hope?
I think Andy Mazzone, he's a big part of that. He's always getting us fired up in the dugout.
Andrew Mazzone declined to interview today, but just yes, he did. Legendary. What can we call it? Intangibles. Talk about supporting the team, being loud, whatever sport he's playing, whatever situation he's in, he's always bringing it on and off the diamond rink or any other playing surface he might encounter. Zach Lewis, please take over. So Hitch, you had a stolen base today, and I had a lot of those on JV ball, but then unfortunately my career at St. Francis baseball is over. So I know you like to pick my brain sometimes for stealing bases. What did you take from me on that stolen base?
To be honest with you, nothing at all. I just saw the sign and went on first move as a lefty. So just used my speed. He didn't throw over, so that was good. Catcher had no chance.
So the answer is he took his speed from me. Thank you. Speaking of that, have you guys done anything? I know a few years ago, Peter Borges, outfielder for the Los Angeles Angels, and Mike Trout, 2 of the fastest players in the game, they declined to race in practice to see who was the faster player because they were both, up there. Have you and Catanzaro decided, or talked about any similar race to figure out, who is fastest on the team between you and him? Because it's obviously, you 2 up there.
No, not me and Katz, but every inning, me and Devo have our own little race from the outfield to the dugout. So that's just in preparation of one day. Hopefully, if Katz, he'll race me.
Do you think you could stay with Katz? His double, or his infield single that turned into a double on the overthrow. Obviously, the third baseman knew of his speed and had to rush the throw, and then therefore made an erroneous throw across the diamond, allowing Catanzaro to get on second, who then motored home even on the fly out. Do you think, honestly, in your heart of hearts, that you could stay with Catanzaro over, say, 50 meters?
I think I need to, do some sprints, prepare for it, just to have a chance. Katzy's pretty speedy, but we'll have to see.
If that race ever happens, we will bring it to you live here on the Icing the Fed, the off-season sports network. For everyone here, Hitch Edwards, Dave Belsito, our other interviewees, Andrew Michalski, Gavin Krawiec, Matthew Devine, and everyone here in the booth, myself, Erik Pawelski, alongside Zach Lewis, Cody Felser, Dylan Felser, Noah Unger, Tyler Huey, brother Nick Romeo, and any other coaches or players who stopped by. Melissa Brody, Icing the Fed, Thunder, John Kubiak Jr., who stopped by and offered some fungo hitting advice. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this ITF broadcast, and we hope you tune in again next time we see these Red Raiders play some baseball.